on the stage. Yep. This is the 12th time we've done this. Yep. Fantastic. You are at a comedy show. It has begun. Yeah. We would like you to be quiet. I do not have a filter, and I will tell you to shut the fuck up. If you are not talking to Sophia or Ben about a drink or a meal, please quiet down and stop having a side conversation, because I have some hilarious jokes, and so do many others here tonight. And I know I can still hear some of you because it's not dead quiet yet. And we're getting there, we're close. And if I could have everyone's attention, I'd like to show you something very interesting. The whole reason that we're here tonight. Ladies up front, feast your eyes. I am missing half of my hand. Yeah, that's why we're here. I jacked off too much. Yep, it's a comedy show. Welcome to it. No, I really wanted to be the butler from Scary Movie 2 for Halloween. I took it too seriously. No, honestly, guys, I was trying to open a pickle jar and I lost. The classic. But it's strange being an amputee in your 30s. People get kind of confused. After I got amputated, I got my wife pregnant, and I called my buddy and told him the good news, and he told his mom. And she said, "How could Corey get his wife pregnant? I thought he got his dick amputated." No, I know transitioning is very popular these days, but I am not transitioning to become a woman. I am transitioning to become a sloth. Very slowly. A lot of Animal Planet fans. I love it. All right. So, people get kind of crazy when you have a strange amputation like this, and they want to compare all the time. They don't understand that I'm missing half of my hand. So a guy comes up to me and he goes, "Whoa, look at your hand, look at my hand," which is a really weird way to start a whole conversation. But he shows me a scar on his hand. Okay, he shows me just a big scar, and he's like, "Fish hook. Boating out in the ocean, got a fish hook caught right in my hand, ripped my hand right open." And I just wanted to be like, dude, if you have two hands that can do this, and I have one hand that can do this, we're not the same. So it's a weird comparison. So some other people get kind of crazy. The doctor was kind of crazy who wanted to amputate my thumb. He kept asking if I was willing to put my toe on my hand. He was like, "Look, the best thing for me to do is put your toe on your hand, and then you're gonna have a toe thumb. It's gonna be great. Let me put your toe on your hand." He was very adamant about taking my toe off of my foot, which would be, imagine I walked up here with half of my hand and a limp. You'd be like, this guy's fucked. So it's much better that I kept my toe. And then I'll even tell you why. When I was about to go under from the drugs on the operating table, the last thing he said was, "You know, I've never amputated a thumb before." You've never amputated a thumb and you want to double down and take my fucking toe and put it on my hand? Are you fucking kidding me? No way. No way. So one of the weirder things is you're like, "Okay, Corey, obviously you have some sort of disability. You should be able to get disability from the state. You shouldn't have to worry about trying to get a good job because you can get disability, right?" You would think that with missing half of my hand, I would get disability. The answer is no. I do not qualify for long-term disability because I do not have amputations on both hands. So if anybody after the show would like to cut off a piece of my finger on my other hand, please come find me. The other fun thing about if I were to try to get short-term disability, they would have to show up to my house each year and check on me and go, "Hey, did your thumb grow back? Because if it did, you can't have disability anymore." So that doesn't make any goddamn sense either. All right. So now I'm going to tell you, since I clearly have to find a job, I'm going to tell you real-life job suggestions that I've gotten since my amputation. The first one is, you should just be Lin-Manuel Miranda. Yeah, I'll just be the guy who invented Hamilton. That's easy. I'll do it in the snap of a finger. Haha, hand joke. You're with me. You're with me. This was more fun than conversating. All right. So another funny job suggestion, and someone said, you like baseball so much, you should work for the Yankees. Yeah, you know, the greatest sports franchise in history is like, hey, do you really like our team? Come have a job. It's that easy. Are you enthusiastic about baseball? We'd love to have you on board. Here's benefits and salary. Okay, so moving on. The crescendo of job suggestions was a guy really wanted me to scuba. He kept bringing scuba magazines to my job that I had. I had a job, and he really wanted me to change my job in scuba. And I'm just like, are we all from the Hudson Valley in here? Yes? Yeah. Where the fuck are we scubaing? The Hudson River? Like, no way. And like, honestly, if you were about to do a scuba expedition and your scuba teacher is missing half his hand, would you trust your scuba teacher? Would you be like, yeah, I want to go into the depths of the ocean with this guy who clearly got half his hand bitten off by a giant sea creature, and now they're in cahoots. So what he does is he does these scuba expeditions with, you know, people who don't know what's going on, and then he brings them to the sea creature and they have a whole thing. I've really thought about the scuba joke. You guys don't think about the scuba joke as much as me. That's fine. All right. So another fun suggestion was my friend was like, you should just be a plumber. It's a union job. It'll be great for you. And my whole thing is like, if I use this hand too much and I lose the use of these two fingers, then I become the worst Wolverine ever. I am not buff. My claws are little fingers, and I'm gonna die. I will not regenerate. It's not growing back yet, disability. All right. But in good news, I have found a job. I actually have a new job. I've become a cashier at a grocery store. Yes. 37 years old, entry-level position, minimum wage. Watch out for me. Cashier. Being a cashier is fun, though, because it's kind of like I get to do crowd work all day. Because people just show up and you have to talk to me. And I'm very chatty. I like to fill the air, if you noticed. Yeah, we're having a good time. All right. So the craziest thing happened my third day of work. A little old Spanish woman was trying to shoplift. Yeah. Yeah, it's like my third day ever being a cashier, and my store manager has to head this lady off at the register because she had like 4 to 10 items just in her purse. So that was just a hot start to being a cashier. Whew, but there's one thing that I've really learned from working in a grocery store just a very short amount of time, and it piggybacks me onto an ongoing theme. I don't know how many people in the audience have come to any of these shows. Do we have some people that have come here before? All right, we got a few. Have any of you guys heard my opinions on old people? Well, guess what? The grocery store has expanded my opinions on these guys. So my whole thing about old people is like, if they don't know what's going on, if they cannot drive, or if they're just in general grouchy, we should, pack them in a bus and send them off a cliff, okay? So I've learned that now some of the old people are still paying with checks. A check. Checks are supposed to be for 2 places. Checks are for birthday cards and graduation. Why? Why is a check at the grocery store? And the woman was bragging about how she will never have a debit card. All a debit card does is make you less obnoxious. Because now I have to process your check into a machine. Have you guys ever seen a check processing machine at a grocery store? No, because we haven't used checks since the 90s. And this group here in front of me, you guys all feel like you were very young in the 90s, yes? Yes, yeah? Very young in the 90s. I remember the 90s. That's when the last time checks were around. That was before cell phones and technology. If you're still using a check, you gotta go. So another thing I've learned about old people is if they're walking like Quasimodo, which is pretty much this. If that is how you are walking around, you gotta go. Okay? 2 weeks ago, I mean, hey, you're my uncle, so I'll be nice about you, but at least you know how to drive, Uncle Gerald. So does anybody know the difference between a drunk driver and an old person driver? There isn't one. Ha-ha! No, I've actually thought about it. There probably is a few, and the one that I can definitely think of is a drunk driver leaves the scene of an accident because they don't want to get arrested by the cops. An old person leaves the scene of an accident because they don't know they hit you. Yes. I have a real life example. All of you are so blown away. You're like, most comedians do pedophile and rape jokes. Why is he talking about killing my Nana? Yeah. If your Nana can't drive, she should go. She's got to go. Part ways with her. Get used to it. My grandparents are dead. It's okay. Everyone's going to be okay. And this is the biggest thing about getting rid of old people, is so many of us would inherit a large fortune. So you snarl at me, you have a brand new car waiting for you when Granny dies. You hate this. I'm sorry. Did you not expect me to talk about killing your grandma tonight? With the overalls, you're like, he's talking about a fucked up hand. How are we going to get on killing old people? And I know that there might be some older people in the room, and you're like, is this guy talking about me tonight? The answer is, are you paying your bill with a check? If no, then I'm not talking about you. If you're hip to times, you're good to go. I was about to talk about the woman who hit people. I'm sorry. Anyway, there was an old woman who hit 3 cars, including a bus, on her way from basically the light in town to an eye doctor's appointment on the other side of town. She hit 3 people and just kept driving. They gotta get off the road. If you can't drive, you gotta go. If you have enough money, pay for Ubers, but you're probably gonna annoy the shit out of the Uber driver because you can't work your phone. I mean, old people can't do Uber. That's the main thing right there, is they can't work their phone. Ay, ay, ay. We're having a good time. Yeah, we're getting it going here. We have a great show for you guys going tonight. We have some very funny comedians, and yeah, I think I'll finish with telling you guys how we're gonna kill the old people. And you're probably gonna hate this too, but that's okay, because everybody else will seem so much nicer. So if we just get them super high on heroin and they all overdose, they just won't feel anything. And they've never been that high in their life. So they'll have no idea that they're about to overdose. And then they're just gone. It's like euthanization. Right? And once again, the check comes in. There's a check behind it. And you don't have to deal with them. Anyway, we have a very funny comedian coming up who's going to actually generate some laughter instead of just some absolute disgust. His name is Mike Poles. Make some noise, everybody. Very funny guy coming up to the stage. He's got a hat. He's got note cards. He always dresses much sharper than I do. And his dad used to be a florist. Make some noise, everybody.
Hey guys, great to see you. Who here has been here before? Can I get a little shout out? Nope, nobody? Oh, that's great. I got a little shtick that I do and nobody knows my shtick, so that's really good for me, but it's really bad for all of you. I just want to warn you. If you like my jokes, if you don't like my jokes, it doesn't really matter to me. The joy that I get out of this is that everybody learns something. And I think that's beautiful. So, for tonight's jokes, we have some more etymological escapades. Word number 1, mirror. It's mirror. It's a noun. It's used to admire oneself. Mirror comes from the Latin miror, meaning admire. If Broadway has taught us anything, Broadway has taught us that it is hard not to admire Michael Jackson. Man in the Mirror still holds up, even after all those summers I spent at Neverland Ranch.
Hell yeah.
Next word is comma. Comma's a noun. It's from the Greek koma, with a K. Means literally a piece cut off. It's a form of punctuation which cuts off a piece of a sentence from another piece of a sentence. I think it would have made more sense if she named herself Comma Jenner instead of Caitlyn. You know, because she got her piece cut off. You're really not gonna like these next jokes, but you will be learning. Confusion. It's derived from the Latin con, which means with, and fusio, meaning mix. To confuse is to mix up one thing with another. I find Michelle Obama to be a confusing character. Not often do you see a woman's name mixed with a man's penis. Oh, boo, boo. Yeah. It's okay.
Yes. She liked it. She was laughing.
Hold on. Next word is jest. It comes from the French chansons de geste, which is a song of deed. These stories describe brave deeds undertaken by the knights of the realm. Remember the last joke when I made jest of Michelle Obama's penis? Y'all probably thought it was just a really bad joke.
No,
But in fact, huh? What was that?
We prayed it would be the last time.
Ma'am, nobody laughed at that. I'm sorry.
I think the whole back part of the room laughed.
Anyway, it was really an act of bravery. You know why? You can ask her personal chef. Oh wait, you can't. He's dead. Michelle drowned him after mistakenly handing him the wrong sausage. We'll see if you like this one. Probably not. Next word is dust. This act is gonna be dust pretty soon. Comes from the Proto-Germanic dunst, meaning smoke or vapor. Dust is a particle so small, so light, that it can be carried by the air. How do you get rid of the two largest buildings in the New York City skyline without anybody ever suspecting that you did it? You turn them to dust. And you do it using a giant satellite, electromagnetic satellite. And you tell people planes did it. And you also make sure to send a missile into the Pentagon's budget office and tell people plane did that too. God forbid anyone finds out how much money we spent on the new Building Melter 9000 satellite.
The boomers are loving it. They love it.
Yeah. This next one's a short one. It's for the boomers. They'll like it because it's short. Word's comedy. It's from the Greek komodia. We're doing a little bit of comedy right here. Comedy means an amusing spectacle. See also the totally real alien invasion we have scheduled for August. You don't know that one, but I guess your kids are gonna like it. Idiot, this guy on stage. It's derived from the Greek idiotes, meaning a layman or a person who does not hold public office. Even in ancient Greece, politicians thought that private citizens were idiots. Oh well, better to be an idiot than a pedophile. But I can see we got some politics fans in the house tonight. Who loves voting? Yeah, voting counts. That's the biggest joke of tonight. This is the last one we got. The word is illusion. It's from the Latin illusionem, meaning irony, as well as illudere, meaning to play with or to mock at. The greatest illusion played on the American public was getting them to believe Joe Biden and Donald Trump are sworn enemies. After all the bullshit washed away, they're both just a couple of geezers who like to play around with their child slaves before they eat them. I hear Joe willingly gives away his dark meat to Donald. Apparently, it's not because Joe believes, well, excuse me. Let me put on my spec here. Apparently, it's because Joe believes black people are street predators, and it's not right for predators to be eating other predators. His words, not mine. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope you learned a lot.
Mike, it wasn't the Building Melter 9000. It was actually plastic explosives in the paint. They painted the stairwells a week before the towers went down. I mean, if we want to get deep into conspiracy, guys, I mean, let's just forget the rest of the show. All right, so basically what's going on, there's a whole bunch of... No, I'm kidding. We have a wonderful comedian coming up, but we're going to let these folks head on out. So you guys have a wonderful night. Tip your waitresses. Drive home safe. There's state troopers out there. They're trying to catch you in speed traps. Watch out. That's what they do. They set up speed traps, and you think it's a 45 and it's a 35, and you're going 52, and next thing you know, you're in court. All right. We got a great guy coming up here. Those guys are gone. He's here. He's very funny. His name is Jacob Brady.
All right. Does it feel good to be alive on a Saturday night in Millbrook? Who's feeling energy tonight? Let's feel ourselves. Hell yeah. Oh my God, is this all right, great. I realized something about myself recently. I realized that I actually have a pain fetish. Torture even. I don't like chains, I don't like whips, I don't like to be tied up or anything like that. But every single night I sit down and I watch the New York Mets. I mean, shit's not getting good. Batting third for the New York Mets? The guy who applied for the job on Indeed. Things are just not going well. Things are just not going well in Queens. But actually, about 9 years ago, I got to meet some of my favorite players. Just for a little context, my dad's a photographer, and this gig was to photograph sick kids with their favorite players. And I said to my dad, I know I'm not a sick kid, but is there any way we can swing this? I'm a huge Mets fan. I really want to get some autographs, take some pictures. And my dad said, I think there's something we can do. I got to do it. I got the autographs, a free 9 innings of baseball, and all I had to do was 3 rounds of chemotherapy. I used to have long blonde locks. This shit happens, you know. All right. In life, I realized something. There are 3. Someone's gonna get that. There are 3 definites in life: death, taxes, and a public school teacher fucking one of their students. It's just like, I feel like that's every other news story. You're just scrolling on Facebook. It's like, teacher fucks student, car crash, celebrity dies, celebrity molests someone. It's the same 4 news stories. What I'm getting at is the news cycle is very sad. But I gotta say, this is actually my 3rd time performing at Julien's. It's great to be back here. Thanks for having me. And here at Julien's, you guys, it's pizza and sushi. I think that's a pretty interesting combination. And I don't know if you guys have ever wound up in Hasidic Jew country before, but you're there when you see a sign that actually says pizza, falafel, and sushi. That's like the pre-Shabbos, pre-Shabbos eats. And people are wondering, like, these, they're very angry, these Hasidic Jews, and you're wondering why? It's that Middle Eastern bombing going on in their stomach. No one's supposed to eat like this. It's that raw fish, it's that grease, and it's the dairy. It's just like, no wonder they're hitting curbs. They look sad all the time. Now you got some context. Back in college, actually, I learned another reason why Hasidics, why they give us Jews a bad name. And I found out at my Jewish fraternity's Ask the Rabbi night. So I don't know if you're familiar with Jewish fraternities, but just take what you know about fraternities, the cool stereotypes, and what you substitute that with the Jewish fraternity is just a lot of autism, right? And maybe, supported by weed and awkwardness, that's the Jewish fraternity. And we sat in a circle on a Saturday night. Who needs partying when you can, sit in a circle, drink some juice, and ask the Hasidic rabbi about his life? My simple questions was, all you wear is white shirts. But we got into his sex life, and I found out, he said, I can't receive oral sex from my wife, but I can give it to her all night long, but I just can't get a blowjob. Which I thought was very interesting, because when I first heard the Hak Tua, I thought it was Yiddish for sloppy head. It's like, finally, Jews are in the zeitgeist for something positive. But yeah, oh my goodness. Actually, I got a confession to make. I thought porn was real. And anyone else? No, it's okay, just me, that's fine. I thought porn was real. And I thought it was interesting, I had no idea that black guys have sex wearing Timbs and knee pads. Did you guys know this? It's like you learn something new every day, even in porn. And then I relate everything back to pro wrestling. I'm a big pro wrestling fan, and I realized, I got it. Porn is the pro wrestling of sex. Just like, what does John Cena and a black porn star have in common? They both wore those knee pads when they went to work, and they both made a mixtape because you need a side hustle. Because Uber taught us, just in case the main thing doesn't work out, you gotta make that mixtape.
There you go.
Hell yeah, you know what I'm talking about. All right, and here for the best transition of all time, let's talk about foreskin for a second. I know that's not something you hear every day. Quick show of hands, who's got theirs? No, it's all good. But no, if you couldn't tell by the money maker, I am a Jew. I come from a Jewish family. And one of my cousins, yeah, Mazel Tov, thank you, L'chaim. And one of my cousins married a Gentile. And naturally, they had a son. So naturally I said, when's the bris? I'm not sure if you're familiar with the snip ceremony, but any Jew could free themselves up for a bagel at any given moment. It's like Thursday, 2 p.m., I'll be there. But my mom was like, there's not going to be a bris. And I'm like, oh, I guess that makes sense. And without any hesitation, the next thing she says to me on the phone, he's not going to look like his father. I'm like, well, wait a second. We're talking about their dicks. Are we talking about their dicks, right? When would that come up? Just like what he's going to get with his first girl, they're about to get hot and heavy, and it's like, before we go any further, does your dick look like your father's? I know, niche fetish, right? But I really just have to know. It's like, no, my dick doesn't look like my dad's. Now I gotta go home, whack off to a girl that looks like you, getting fucked by a guy wearing Timbs and knee pads. It comes back to that. I don't know how, but it always does. Lesson learned. All right. This is fun. This is fun. But also, here's another thing with porn. You ever like on the bottom of porn videos? I've noticed there's like a Facebook icon button. Who's whacking off? And the first thought after it's like, you know, I haven't really posted in a while. Maybe I'll let everyone know I'm into this anal stuff. Gets a comment. I didn't really peg you for an anal guy. Oh, my Aunt Lisa. That's a nice comment from my Aunt Lisa. Oh yeah, really connecting on Facebook. Awesome. Oh man. You know, in life, I think it's we try too hard to relate in general. I know that's like a big part of human connection, but sometimes we just try a little too hard. And I noticed this when my mom was in the hospital a few months ago. She's fine, you know, when you're old, the hips just gives out. And her nurse was very attentive, but I caught one of the odd things she said, and she said, you know what? Got to be honest with you guys, I got people whacking off to me all day long. What chapter of that of nursing school is that? I got people whacking off to me all day long. And my mom said, without any hesitation, same, me too at my job. I said, Mom, you work at a preschool. You work at a preschool. I had no idea you worked at Temple Beth Epstein. No, yeah, I get it. But I don't know Jeff. Don't get this. I don't know Jeff. I know one Jeff. It's DJ Jazzy Jeff. Let me get a boom, shake the room. Who's into 90s hip hop? Maybe none of us, but that's okay. But don't let this new, there's that White House ballroom, the war. Don't let that distract you from the fact that Donald Trump had a threesome on Epstein Island with 2 10s. It's actually a 12 and a 13, but who really cares about specifics? Ooh, yeah, getting a little too real. I guess Jeff Epstein took a take your kid to work day a little too seriously. I know, Trump, Epstein. Speaking of people whose favorite day is take your kid to work day, did you guys see the new Michael Jackson movie? I know. He taught us a lot. I know. Doesn't matter if you're black. Doesn't matter if you're white. As long as you're a little boy. I know what you're thinking. That's bad. That's really, really bad. Who's bad? Can't moonwalk, but I can walk and chew gum at the same time. Maybe he was a misunderstood person. Maybe he was the most misunderstood person ever. Maybe he was. Or maybe it's just human nature. Why? I know, okay, all right. Julien's karaoke night's not till next week. I apologize. I got a little ahead of myself. Thank you. Oh man, we've had so much fun. The word retard, I know, great transition. It's a lot like Kanye West. I know. It's like, we probably really shouldn't be fucking with this anymore, but we just can't let go of all the good times we've had together. It's like, remember the good old days? Listening to Graduation, you called your friend retard? Those were the good old days. You can't have those back anymore. Oh, man. Good stuff. I mentioned earlier I'm a big wrestling fan, and my favorite just retired, John Cena. And he went on this media tour, and he was giving out advice. And one of the things I took away the most was, don't be the person you were yesterday. Guess who's getting a boob job next week? This guy. I'm starting off, the summer right by motorboating all my friends. All right, just wanted to share a little bit about me. Do you think losing your virginity to a prostitute is cheating? Is that considered cheating? Because honestly, it might be like just getting the express pass at Six Flags. Some people are just willing to pay more immediately for the expedited service. But patience does teach you a lot. I think that's what that shows you. Anyway, how about some one-liners to top us all off? Yes, who loves a good one-liner? All right, let's see if you can figure this one out. What do you call a black fruit? Any guesses? You call a black fruit Don Lemon. Yeah, we love politics. Any fans of the Middle East? No, what do you call a black guy that supports Israel? Call him Apak Shakur, because when it comes to the Middle East, pretty sure that's just the way it is. And things will never be the same. Boom. All right, maybe I'll leave you with a couple other good ones. There's no need. I feel like social media really tells us, I don't need to know, Democrat. It's not about Democrat, Republican anymore. It's actually, there's 2 different new political parties. It's pronouns and Bible verses. That's the new way to determine, I don't have to ask you who you vote for. You got a he, him, I know who you voted for. You got John 3:16, I know who you voted for. Just a new way to decipher things. What is, we familiar with DMX, the rapper? We remember him? R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. Did you actually know he had something in common with a Ku Klux Klansman, of all people? At one point or the other, they both asked the same question. Where the hood at? Where the hood at? Hey. This has been a lot of fun, guys. Thank you.
Jacob, I'm a big fan of hookers, so they're basically prostitutes with a funny name. Yeah, this guy hates your grandma and wants to buy a hooker. He's a wonderful moral compass for everyone here. This guy loves it so much he's leaving. All right, we're moving on. We got another Mike coming to the stage, but it's Mike Santamaria. Make some noise.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Guys, I could say that I'm Asian. I'm Asian. I think I'm the only Asian guy in here. You guys are cool. You guys are cool. I did a DNA test, and I got the results back. All right, surprised the shit out of me. It turns out they traced my ancestors back to this tiny little island called Queens. Yeah, I grew up around a lot of white kids, dude. And it sucked being Asian, going around white kids, because they'd always want to play cowboys and Indians. Of course, I had to be the Indian. Every single time. And it always started off the same way. They pretend to be super nice to me, then they make me sign some bullshit treaty, kick me out of my own front yard, and then kidnap my little sister, These are jokes. It's not. But a good thing came out of it, though. Eventually, they let me build my own casino, right?
Nice.
Thank you. It's a good thing. Then some black kids moved into the neighborhood, right? Black kids. And we play cops and robbers. Surprisingly, the black kids, they be the cops. And they make the white kids the robbers. And they beat the ever-loving shit out of white kids. They beat them up like that Alabama Riverfront brawl. You guys remember that? Have you guys seen that? Yeah, black kids are swimming like, come here, motherfucker! Bang! Over the head with the chair. They beat them up so bad that the white kids started marching. No justice, no peace, right? White lives matter. Every single time, they made me the crime victim. They were like, Mike, stand over there, being a store owner. I'm like, no, I no see nothing, I'm gonna change gears here. You guys, I'm a nurse. That's my day job, guys. Anyone in healthcare in here? No? Sorta? What do you do, hon? What do you do?
Veterinary work.
There you go, dude. That's even better than fucking. I'd rather work with animals any day of the week. We're working with people is tough, man. I'm a nurse. That's my day. Being a nurse is hard, right? Because I'm constantly mistaken for a thick-backed woman. Go laugh. It's okay, guys. Yeah, the other day I was at work. I had my scrubs on, mask. Patient sees me. She's like, excuse me, miss? Miss. Excuse me, miss. Like, how outrageously insulting to assume that I couldn't get a husband, The hell would she think that, dude? Misgender me, I worked in psychiatry for a long time, dude. I worked in downtown Manhattan, in the loony bin, we call it. The loony bin, dude. And believe it, we get a lot of prisoners, believe it or not, that come in off the street. And just know, these guys, they don't have any mental issues. They just don't want to get processed, So they tell the cop, I'm suicidal and all that, and then they take him in and get evaluated. So that's a tip if you ever want to delay shit. You're still going to get arrested, though, So this one time, this prisoner comes in, handcuffed to a stretcher. I go to the cop. I'm like, what's he in for? And the cop's like, grand larceny. And for those wondering, it's $1,000 and up, right? The prisoner hears this. He's like, grand larceny? Bitch, I only stole $900 worth of stuff. I know what the fuck I'm doing. And the cop's like, yeah, with tax. You're looking at grand larceny, pal. Congratulations. All right, that didn't really land. It's real shit, guys. This is...
Tough crowd.
It's okay. You guys are fun. You guys are fun. I work in a surgery center now, because they close the doors where I used to work. But anyway, that's so much detail. I work in a surgery center now, okay? And part of my job is we have to ask patients how much alcohol they consume per week. Anyone, when you had surgery, right, they tell you, this is a pre-screening process, okay? I had this one patient, very angry for some reason. I'm like, how many drinks you have per week? And he goes, 60. And I'm like, what, 16? He's like, no. 60, motherfucker, 60. Why? Nobody could drink that much? I'm like, no, nobody's that honest. Supposed to give me a number less than the real number. He's like, I did. Spoiler alert, we didn't schedule for surgery that day, dude. We scheduled for intervention, you know? 60 drinks. I probably drank 60 drinks back in my day, dude. A week, I don't know. Yeah, so this is a special night for me, guys. I'm glad to share it with you, okay? I celebrate 6 years sober today. Nice. Thank you. It is fucking boring as shit, if I'm being honest. Now that I'm sober, I go to bed at like 9 p.m. every night. Before I was sober, I didn't go to sleep until I resuscitated that hooker. And I'll be honest with you guys, okay? I used to have a little drug problem. The problem was I could only afford a little. Am I right? Yeah, I had rich addict energy, but the budget of a guy who was looking under his car seat for change, you know? And the thing I was addicted to, it was just, you know, nothing exotic, run-of-the-mill stuff, crystal meth. Yeah, see, always a satisfied meth god now. When people hear meth, they judge you, right? It's like, ew, why would you want to do meth? Because I'm an overachiever, okay? I don't want some gateway drug. I wanted the whole fucking house. Plus, if I'm gonna get hooked on something, it's gonna be a drug that fucks on my teeth and gets me kicked out of weddings. Am I right? I mean, in my defense. How was I supposed to know she was the bride? This fucking things. Okay. You know, there's upsides. I learned a lot. There's upsides and downsides to meth. You guys didn't know this, okay? An upside is it gave me the confidence to talk to women. The downside is women don't like to talk to you when you're on their fire escape. And neither do the cops. I'm like, officer, relax. I just want to compliment on her bangs, you know? She's threatening me with a butcher knife. Like, who's really the crazy one here? The cop's like, why didn't you just text her? I'm like, because I don't have her number. That's why I'm on the fire escape, you know? I'm not up here for the view, dude. It makes me sound like a creep. I'm not. I'm really not a creep, guys. Another upside is it gave me the confidence to take my TV apart and fix it. The downside is my TV was never broken. Also, the TV wasn't mine. I was in a Best Buy. That's how you know when you're addicted to meth, dude, right? You're doing Geek Squad work for like no pay, right? Geek Squad comes over, he's like, dude, are you all right? Can I help you? I'm like, yeah, how about a Phillips head, you fucking geek? It's a little aggressive. It's a little aggressive. World Cup's coming up, guys. Who's watching it? You guys soccer fans? I know baseball. I don't really watch it either, dude. You know, it's just, you know, it's in July. You know, it's a big thing. I'll watch it when it's on, but you're gonna see a lot of winning, a lot of losing, right? A lot of grown men in face paint, like ugly crying and shit, right? But the athletes, they do this thing I never understood. You ever see when a pro athlete wins a big game, right? After he wins it, he takes off his jersey, he throws it in the crowd. That's fucking disgusting, dude. Like, I've been sweating that thing for 3 fucking hours, right? It's not a souvenir, it's a fucking biohazard, right? And he throws it in the crowd, these people act like he's throwing them a winning lottery ticket. You know, grown adults turn it into like fucking raccoons fighting over garbage. Like, I got it! No, you don't. You just got hit in the face with another man's wet shirt. You didn't win anything, dude. Now you just have laundry. Congrats on your prize, weirdo, right? You guys don't agree with me on that? All right, that's kind of a new one. Oh, that's the only profession where you could do that, and it's like accepted, right? You couldn't do that in any other job. Imagine you're a dentist, finishing a root canal. He's like, Mike, you did great. Here's my polo, you know? I'd be like, what the hell are we doing here, Cody? Fucking dentist. I went to the dentist recently, right? I sat in the chair, and he looks at my teeth, and he goes, oof. The minute a medical professional says oof, your whole day is over. You know? Because nothing good ever comes after going oof, right? It's never oof. Mike, your teeth are perfect and you have great cheekbones. It's always oof. You're gonna need an extraction. Oof, it's $1,000. Oof, your insurance doesn't cover it. And he pulls my tooth out, right? And he threw it on the metal tray, and it went ding, and he goes, "It's a boy." Way too playful for oral surgery, dude, right? Then he shows it to me. He's like, hey, look, like it's something special. I'm like, great. I didn't know I was pregnant, dude. Then he told me a joke. What do you call a midget waving? I fucked that up. No, a microwave. That's it, I remember, right? What do you call a midget? A microwave. If your dentist is doing crowd work, dude, something has gone very wrong, bro. I came here for anesthesia, right? Not open mic night, dude. Like, laughter is the best medicine? Really? You guys believe that? A little bit. Listen, if I left here today, like right now, tonight, and I got hit by a car, and my leg was in 2 pieces, the last thing I want to hear is some EMT go leaning over me like Mike, real quick, before we load you up, what do you call a midget? You guys follow politics in here? Political crowd?
They just left.
They did? You gonna let me? I don't. I try to get involved. You know, my wife, she's a fucking liberal freak, okay? She's like, you have to get involved. It affects us. I'm like, affects us how exactly? Because our rent is still going up, and we still haven't fucked in 3 months, so. Is Mundani gonna bring your libido back? If he is, I'll put his picture right above our headboard, dude. You know? Because at this point, the only 69 I'm seeing is our fucking thermostat, you know? This is how, like, politically dumb I am. I thought Charlie Kirk was a TV show. I swear to God. I don't follow politics, so the day that it happened, right, my coworker, she was on her phone, she was like, oh my God, did you see what happened to Charlie Kirk? And I was like, what episode? She's like, you're joking, right? I'm like, no, I thought that was Captain Kirk's cousin. Man, dude. I felt, another coworker heard this. She walked over, she's like, are you serious, Mike? You never heard of Charlie Kirk? And I'm like, no, I read about it. All right. My energy's like all the way up here. So yeah, 60, yeah. I mean, it's you're married, guys. You guys marry people in here. It's like, you know, your sex goes down, right? The libido goes down. It's fine. Which made me think, if I should even ask this crowd, I should just say it. I almost had a threesome once, which is the most depressing sentence any guy could say with confidence, right? Listen, I'm hanging out with these 2 chicks. This is before I got married. I'm hanging out with these 2 chicks. We're making out, we're drinking, we're having fun, and I had to pee, okay? So, while I'm peeing, I'm looking up at the ceiling, I'm like, holy shit, this is really gonna fucking happen. I get back to the room, and they got, like, super quiet. I'm like, what the fuck happened, dude? I looked down, I realized I had dribbled on my pants. There's a huge wet spot, you know? That killed the vibe immediately, dude. Nothing dries up a vagina faster than a fucking wet spot you can't explain. It wasn't a threesome anymore. It was 2 women trying to figure out who was gonna call me an Uber. And I'm just standing there like, so, should I put on some music or got some R. Kelly on deck there? You guys been fun, man. Keep it going for the show. Keep it going for Corey. Keep it going for Julian. You guys been great. I'm Mike Summerlin.
I wish you did the whole set in the Japanese accent. I used to date this girl, and we would, hang out and watch TV. And for some reason, on her TV, channel like 70 was Japanese, but also channel 74. So we'd be like flipping through, right? And we'd get to channel 70, and it would be like, "Hoo-ya, come on, shoo-ya, ya." And I would start laughing because I guess I'm racist. That's what she would tell me. I don't think I'm racist. Their voices are funny. So then it would go 71, 72, 73, and then 74, and it would be the same Japanese channel, and they'd be like, "Hoo-ya, shoo-ya, hoo-ya," and I would laugh again, and she would call me racist again. And is that racist? Yeah, I guess it's racist. I don't know. Their voices are funny to me. Mike, if you did the whole set in your Japanese voice, I would have laughed the whole time. All right. Yeah, perfect. We're missing Gavin tonight, so I was going to do a couple jokes in Gavin's voice and talk about hemorrhoids. What do you guys think? No, I'm kidding. But we love Gavin. He was supposed to be here. But we also were supposed to have Gabrielle right now, but she is late because of traffic, so we're going to keep it going with Aaron Baez. What's up, everybody? How we doing? All right, that's what I'm talking about. Everybody take it in, get a good look. This is my final form. The growth spurt's never happening. This is it. This is full size. How tall are you, sir?
6 foot.
6 foot. You're what I've been lying about for the last 6 years of my life. It's brutal. You like being 6 foot?
It's alright.
Yeah? It's all fun and games till you get hip dysplasia, isn't it? It's coming. You ever seen a fucking chihuahua with hip dysplasia? No, you haven't. You've never seen it. Sorry, man. I'm just gonna set this here. Don't read it, okay? I had half a beer. I gotta keep my thoughts on track. I'm a lightweight. Guys, I'm a full-size male, like I said. But like I said, the growth never happened, so I don't feel like I really grew into an adult body, you know? Like, I think we could agree this is like an 8th grader on the wrestling team, you know? Like an athlete, but not an adult athlete. Like, LeBron and I are two different things. You know, it's not even the same. Like, and I'm athletic, but it's fucked up because, like, I can't compete. I feel like there's a loophole there, right? Like, you know how, like, biological men will claim they're a woman and then play in the WNBA and shit? I feel like I'm eligible for, like, Little League and shit, you know? Let me fuck some kid up, you know what I mean? I'll fucking slam it home. I'll do it. I'll shave my little whatever this is. By the way, guys, I grow this little bit out just so I don't get kidnapped. That's really what it is. That's all that is. I just have to make sure they know that this is not a 14-year-old boy at a bat mitzvah. I kind of understand what trans people are dealing with. Let me explain. You know, like a woman feels like a man, but yet somehow we still call her ma'am. And then you have to, like, get your hurt her feelings and shit. That's how I feel about being Hispanic. Like, I'm a white guy on the inside, but everybody just thinks I'm Mexican. You know what I mean? It's fucked up. I'm like a transracial male, I think. I think that's what it's called. We should get a month, really. We should get, like, a whole thing. Should be recognized, you know? I'm not tucking it back, but I got country blasting on the radio, you know what I mean? You feel what I'm putting down, sir? You got that Sean Hunter hair that I used to want? See how it's going? It's not good. I'll put it back. I'm sorry. I want more tattoos. I do. I love them. I think tattoos are sick. You have any? I'm sorry for picking on you, but I will.
I have a couple.
You have a couple?
Bouquet of flowers right here.
Yeah, you could cover that up. Guys, I want more tattoos, but I feel like if I do, I'm going to look like an emo cartel member. And that's not hot, you know? That's not hot. Like, I'm afraid about if I ever get arrested, right? Like, what if I went to jail and I had to rep a set? Like, what would you rep?
You get a bench press?
No, that's where the fuck you're at. I'm talking about jail, bud. I'm talking about repping a set. White, black, Indian, Jewish. What are you
I don't know
doing?
what that means, bro.
All right, well, I'm going to tell you what that means. Does everybody know what rep a set means?
Yeah.
There we go, just this guy who went to privileged schools. Okay. Buddy, repping a set means you pick a group of people, right? Like, I'm not going to be with the blacks, okay? They're not going to take me. The white people won't understand. They're not going to take me. I'm scared. I feel like if I did go, I would have to go with the Hispanics
but I'd go as a full mute. They'd call me El Nino. You know? They'd be saying shit like, don't touch him, papi, he bites. Okay? Because that's where I gotta be to keep my ass from getting fucked. Like this dude over here. This guy wouldn't even know. He'd go in there and be like, you can't fucking rape me, please. Please, my parents are bailing me out. He was in there for 30 days. I mean, it's not what it is. All right. I'm in a relationship now. I've been for about 90 days now. The trial period's over. She can't escape. She's in my basement. I'm kidding. It's my attic. But yeah, she, we just can't leave. She can't, and it's great. I love having a girlfriend. It's fun because being single sucks. Is anybody here single? Everybody else is happy. Awesome. Guys, being single sucks, and for a short man, it's not really great. I'm not really a hot item, okay? It's just, in fact, guys, know what I'm talking about. Typically, if a woman is into me or a fat guy, it's a fetish. All right, because they want to do all kinds of nasty things to this little man. It's just what it is. Just what it is, guys. And typically I'm all in. If a woman wanted me to go up on her, I'll do it. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. One too many, isn't it? Oh, my God. Yeah, but if a woman wanted me to go up on her, I'll do it. I swear to God, I'll do it. And I'm not afraid. I'm not scared. And this will feel good. I actually like when a woman doesn't shave because it looks like a toupee on me. Yeah. Yeah, I was with a redhead one time. And she looked down at me, true story, and she goes, oh my God, baby, you look like Annie. I was like, it's a hard cock life, babe. It's just what it is. Let it marinate. Oh, God. My girlfriend has a cat. She's a cat mom. I'm a cat stepdad. Anybody like cats? Cat people?
Yes.
You didn't have to tell me. I know. I know you two have cats, don't you? You guys together? Not literally, but who knows? The night's young. But what kind of cat do you have? Short hair, long hair?
Short.
Short. You like them short, don't you?
No.
It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. You would have said long hair if you didn't. Guys, I'm not really a cat guy. Is yours an indoor-outdoor?
No.
Thank God. Why do they always come back pregnant? What's that about? They're just fucking in the street behind a Denny's by a dumpster. Cats are whores.
Well, mine's also a boy, and I don't think you want to get into that in your set tonight.
About boy cats?
Being pregnant.
Listen, I don't judge. I don't judge. I'm not a cat guy. Cats scare me a little bit. Because they say that if, you die with your cat in your apartment, he'll eat you. That's fucking horrific. That's what you want? You want that boy to nibble on your elbow?
I'm gonna be dead.
Pick his tooth with your calf? That's gross. Oh my God. It's terrifying. That means the entire time you own that cat, he's just waiting. He's just waiting for a meal. He's patient. One night you're just sleeping. Maybe you took an edible. You're just looking up at the ceiling. He's creeping over you at 2 a.m. He's just like, she's still breathing. All right, I'll wait. Fuck it. All right, but it's happening. It's coming. I'm a dog guy. I have a dog myself. I rescued my dog. I love him more than anything. I don't have kids. I just feel like I shouldn't breed, so those are my kids. I'm a dog dad. I think dogs are personally just better than cats at all, for everything. I mean, come on. They don't even have any, sentimental cat movies. You know what I mean? They have, A Dog's Purpose. Oh, my God. What's that one? Marley and Me? That one fucking... I watched that movie, and the entire time I'm like, who the fuck is cutting onions? Okay? Because my eye I couldn't take it. But they don't have one for cats. They don't have one about some fucking little tabby cat in New York City. If they did, what would it be called?
Oliver and Company.
Oliver and Company?
Yeah, that's a real movie about a cat. And
You had to bring up a movie from 1980. You're like, Oliver and Company, 1980, we love it. All these people in here are like, who the fuck is Oliver? I've seen it. It's not good. It's not a fucking, all dogs go to heaven, I'll tell you that. They make 2 of those. How many Oliver and Companies they got? That's right. Oliver and Company. It's all about the company. Fuck Oliver. Nobody's into Oliver. You're okay. It's all right. They got Lion King. The bad guys, but whatever. My girlfriend likes to smoke. We smoke a lot of weed together. Anybody else love that shit? Yeah, woo! fucking high as a kite every day. Anybody wake and bake? Or should I say, like to be a schizophrenic by 7 a.m.? Anybody else into that? You ever been? I work in construction, so I hit the pen on the way in like most delinquents. And when I get to work and I'm just fucking piping hot, and I go over to we got a little coffee truck that comes to my job, and I look at Fernando, and I'm just like, it's gonna be a day. He's like, you want decaf? I'm like, you wanna get uppercut? It's just what it is. You smoke?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. You got some on you right now?
No.
I'm not putting you up to... Listen. I'm just saying. Just saying. Oh, my God. One other thing about me and my girl that's cool is we're both oldest siblings. Anybody else here an oldest sibling?
Yeah.
Yeah. That deep fucking voice. He's like, yeah, me. We're all eligible for compensation. We are, you know? Because my parents didn't know what they were doing when they had me. They had no fucking idea. They were young, stupid, horny, you know? And like, I thought my parents were my friends. They're not, okay? They're looking out for you, but they're not your friends. And that's like a weird thing you gotta figure out when you're a kid. I remember when I told my parents that I smoked weed for the first time. Horrific. My mom goes, oh, you did? Oh, that's so nice. I'm like, yeah, we did it right in a can. We folded the can in, and I just fucking poked little holes in it, and that was that. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. I went to my room, I'm like, she's fucking cool. Then my dad came upstairs, and he's like, hey, Aaron, your mother told me what happened. I'm like, yeah, let's go for a ride, son. I'm like, okay. We go in the car, he took me for a ride. We went to the hospital. That's where he took me. He took me to the hospital. He walked me in, took me to a room that I've never seen before, and he's like, you see that guy over there? I'm like, yeah. The guy with the tubes down his nose and the pipe down his throat, covered in bruises. Yeah. He smoked weed one time, Aaron, that's your cousin. I was like, oh my God. He's like, you want that to be you? I'm like, no. He's like, all right. Guys, that story lived with me my entire life. I love that story. I look back on it though, and I just think to myself, I'm like, I don't have a black cousin. Who the fuck was that guy? You know? I loved Raul. He was a great guy. Real sweet. Oh man. Guys, I just want to say something before I get a little riled up. Short guys can't get angry? Is that what it is? Why is it that as soon as a little man of my stature gets upset, okay, he's got a Napoleon complex? Is that what it is? That's what it is? Tiny penis, someone say? I don't know if that's true. I mean, if you got called ma'am by the Verizon guy, would you fucking... You know, you ever been on the phone with Verizon trying to lower your bill and he's just like, ma'am, I need to go now, ma'am? You ever just want to punch somebody? You ever just want to get a little reckless with Raheem? Oh, man. I'm in my 30s, so it's kind of nice. I have to give up a lot of shit that I would do in my 20s. Thought I'd miss it, but I don't. Like nightclubs? Anybody here like nightclubs? No. Thank God. What? Fuck nightclubs. Oh, you mean an anti-social group of fucking drunks? That's what it is. Can't have a conversation. You ever go to a nightclub and try to talk to a chick?
Not for me.
No, not for you, because you're gay. Yeah. No, it's fine. That's fine. You got like a hair flip going on. You're making eye contact. I'm not taking you home. He thinks that's what's gonna happen. I just don't like nightclubs because it's just one of those things where it's not meant for the shorter man. It's just not. Like when a grown man rests his arm on you, it's not hot. You know? When you got a free fall off a bar stool to go get a girl's number, it's not cute. It's not cute. It's just not. I was actually at a nightclub one time, and this is stupid. It was in the city, and when you walk in, they hand you earplugs because of how loud it is. They're like, you're gonna want these. I'm like, just lower it, bro. What the fuck you gotta do that for? You know? It's ridiculous. I'm not a nightclub guy. I had a margarita spilled down my back. Fuck him. You know what I mean? It happens. It happens. Oh boy. How much time I got left? He left.
Oh yeah.
I'm just up here. You know what I just thought about? This camera's been shining at me the entire time. No shot did it get anything but the top of my head. No shot. They're gonna be like, oh, this is Aaron Byers' set. And it's like, where the fuck is he? Where the fuck is he? The GoPro just missed me completely. They didn't adjust it or nothing. The first time I came here, that shit was touching the ceiling. And this is a true story. Everyone that was on the lineup, other than me, was 6'3" and above. And I love it because we never met before that show, and that just means he thinks I have a really big personality to match the body. That's what he does. Thank you. Thank you. Were you using the bathroom?
I was getting some water.
It's pooping.
Did you wash your hands? I never do. And I work in the food industry. Just kidding. How much time do I left?
Like a minute or two.
Like a minute or two. Okay.
Should we boo him off? No.
Yeah.
It's like my high school graduation all over again. It's just what it is.
Drama.
Throw out a random, you know what I'm gonna do? This is fun, I can do this here, I think. Someone shout out a random topic just so I can riff off it. Anything, doesn't matter what it is.
Light bulb.
What was that?
A light bulb.
A light bulb?
Yeah.
Mine's off right now because I can't think of anything, so let's throw me one more, come on, let's get creative. Bikinis? Ooh, that's a good one. Let me tell you something, and I know every man in here can attest to this. There was a time when bikinis weren't that sexy, and then one day, some bold woman decided to wear a thong to the beach. And now every time I walk into a water park, I may or may not get erect. You know what I mean? It happens.
Yes.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. And some fucking lady looks at you, you call her sugar tits, and then you're just going home with her, and it's Sonia. Throw one more.
Breeding dogs.
Breeding dogs. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. If someone owns 2 dogs and they're like, I'm gonna make them fuck, like that's crazy. Like that's crazy. Like bro, like just because you finished the last season of Breaking Bad doesn't mean you gotta get your little labradoodles to fuck. You know what I mean? It's fucking weird. It's not like you like set them up. It's probably weird if you did. If you're like, yeah, so I have a 4-year-old golden doodle. What do you got? I got a 2-year-old chihuahua. Bring them over. Like, that's fucking weird. That's fucking weird. And honestly, my biggest nightmare. Just some 6'5" man looks at me, he's like, we're gonna make babies. And I'm like, okay, because I can't fight back. That got sad. All right, I'm gonna get back to the room, guys.
Yeah.
Woo!
Wow. This is very short and hard for me to adjust. There we go. There we go. There we go. And just in the nick of time, our next performer has arrived. I will give her some time to collect herself. I did have some more.
Right on the spot.
I did have some more, but these ladies have had enough. And it's probably my fault. I hope you wish your grandmother well when you see her. Give her a hug. Say, the comedian made me love you more. Thank you so much. Yeah, come again. Bring your grandma. Whew. All right. We're cooking tonight. We got 2 more comedians. It's going to be a lot of fun. She's late, but she's funny, so it's worth it. Her name is Gabrielle Johnson.
Hi, I'm very sorry I'm late. It's very rude of me, I know. I was filming a dance recital for children, so that was fun. Yeah, okay, hello. I need to collect my thoughts a minute, so just talk amongst yourselves.
Turkey basers.
I didn't ask for suggestions, I said talk amongst yourselves. And no one's talking. Okay, bad at following directions. But as bad at this dance recital at the end, they were calling everyone up for bows, and they were calling the kids up by groups. They were all taking a bow, and then there was like the supportive fathers dance crew or whatever, and they were like okay, guys, take a bow, and they were like, take a bow. And they took directions truly worse than these children's. Anyways, hi, I'm Gabrielle. I was homeschooled, so you're gonna have to give me some leniency here. I was homeschooled. Unfortunately, like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, like you're like this, because you were homeschooled. But no, I was homeschooled because I am like this. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. I was in regular school actually for a while until eventually they were like, hey, you're getting a little bit old to be pretending to be a wolf. Yeah, my parents told me I was too smart and that's why they pulled me out. I was not in the gifted program. I was not. It was definitely the wolf thing. And I was not a popular child either. It wasn't good in the school. I would stand on the other side of the playground just like... Arr, arr, arr. And you may say that sounds like a really sad howl, and it was. I was a lone wolf, but what they don't tell you about lone wolf is it's short for lonely wolf. Thank you. Yeah, not a popular kid, very sad kid, very solemn kid. My parents put me in tap dancing lessons after they pulled me out to like try to introduce some joy to my life. But I was so stone-faced, it was just like kind of giving like Shirley Temple down here and Children of the Corn up here, just. Animal crackers in my soup. Thank you. Children of the Corn, by the way, crazy movie to introduce to a 9-year-old. Crazy movie. My grandma showed me that movie when I was 9 years old, and I think as an adult we watch it, right, and we're like, man, those kids are creepy, but as a kid I was like, is that Jebediah from Homeschool Co-op? That's my peer. We're in hula hooping class together, like every week. 45 minutes a week, just me and 7 other kids on someone's lawn at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday. If the hoop drops, they send you to the fields. My parents were like, God, I hope this was just a phase. And I was like, I'm bringing it to the talent show. Except everyone else was in hula hooping class, so it wasn't that impressive. But, luckily for them, it was a phase. I'm actually, 10 years sober off of the hoop. But I have to be careful, because sometimes I see one and I start getting the urges. It's very difficult. It wasn't all hulaing and hooping, though. As you can imagine, my education was lacking in some aspects, like especially my sexual education, right? Like, my parents weren't having me put condoms on bananas, because that would be super weird. They pulled me aside at some point in a Walmart parking lot, I think when I was like 12, and they were like, hey, so do you know about sex? You do? Okay. Well, when a man and a woman love each other very much, they get married, and then they deal with it. Yeah, and then they deal with it. So I was like, I need outside resources. I went to my only other 2 options, which were the internet and the Bible. Great combo for learning about sex. More similar than you'd think. Actually, most of the people consuming both of those are lacking in media literacy. So I went online and I'd see people being like, they're talking about like how they're coming. Like, I'm coming, oh my God, I'm coming. And I'm like, where are you going? Where are we going? I know it's about the journey, but seriously, what's the destination? I'm curious. I'd like to know. And then I read the Bible and I was like, oh, okay, I do not want God coming to me in my sleep. You guys well saw what happened to the Virgin Mary. I'm not having that. My body is not a temple. It is a low-income artist's loft. New build. Bad foundation. Mold. It's not where you think. Don't like how it looks. Don't like how it looks at all, actually. I've been trying to do some DIY, some renovations, but it's not really working. I have pretty bad body image issues. Like, I think like a lot of us, right, socialized to like want like a long, skinny little body, easily mistaken for like a twig, or maybe a leaf, or something sexy and cute like that. And the ability to eject volatile compounds. My ideal body is the common stick bug. Yeah, if I woke up tomorrow, like Kafka style, in my bed, stick bug style. Best day of my life. Best day of my life. Bugs don't get fat. Don't believe what you see online. That's all AI. Bugs don't get fat, and that's what I have to keep telling myself. No, I got so bad that I developed an eating disorder at some point. I developed an eating disorder, except it was binge eating disorder, so the stupidest and fattest one. I can say that because I had it. It doesn't make sense. Like, oh no, I think I'm fat, so I'm not going to eat all day. And then I'm going to eat 5 bowls of ice cream so fast that God can't see me. And I can make that joke because I've recovered. I still have the bad thoughts, though, sometimes. I don't act on them, but I have them. And recently I was complaining to my partner. I was like, I'm so ugly. I'm so fat. Fat and ugly. Fat. And eventually he was like, Gabrielle, you can't keep doing this. You can't keep doing this. There are children starving in Africa. Fucked up to say, right? Fucked up thing to say, especially because, like, those kids are literally so skinny. So skinny, I'm so jealous. And I know you guys are like, Gabrielle, come on, you're like not even like fat. And I know, but I really wish you would just say, like, shut the fuck up, you skinny bitch. That's what I want. I've never had issues with eating. Like, my parents really tried their best with me, you know? They provided me with lots of stuff. Everything I needed growing up, is snacks, moisturizer, chapstick. At some point, we were going through so much chapstick that my mom was like, what is happening to this? Like, how are we going through so much? Like, it's like you're eating it. How'd she know? How'd she know that watermelon was my favorite flavor? No, I've always been adventurous. At one point, my sister and I we were raised Protestant Christian, right? So we were curious and we ordered 500 pieces of the body of Christ off of Amazon. Only $8. Quite cheap, actually. We wanted to try the blood of Christ as well, but our family doesn't drink because I guess we're like too good for God. Okay. But I think the interesting thing with like Protestants, right, is we have this concept called like the age of accountability, and basically you want to die before that. You want to die before you reach the age of accountability because that's when you're accountable. Before that, you could be like, suck my dick, grandma, and God's like, he's just a little guy. You didn't know, he's just a little guy. After that, all the way to hell. All the way to hell with you. I'm gonna leave now, but I'm done with this. But the last thing I wanted to do is, being in Millbrook, right? Would you say that we're upstate New York? Would we? There's some murmuring because we don't really know, and I think we need a better definition of where exactly upstate is. So I have one to propose. Upstate starts where there are people who are flying Confederate flags, who are still fans of the Yankees. Yeah. It's a little more conservative upstate than in Mondani's America. I think that's how we can tell. And you know, my family's more conservative, so when people bring up Democrats, everyone like looks at me because of how I look. Obviously, I know. But what they don't know is that I don't actually even consider myself Democrat. I am so much further left. I'm so far left. I keep going left. I am so far left that I think that when trans people come out, when they get the new pronouns, they should also get a free gun. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. So short. Okay, I hope Someone Short's coming up next.
Fantastic. This is going great.
Oh my God.
I left this in my control. This is probably the worst idea. All right. right, that wasn't really awkward at all. The next comedian is very tall. Guys, we got one more very funny guy who works very hard and has been preparing for tonight to tell you guys some funny things. So stay tuned, take a breath, get it going, stick your finger up your butt, whatever you gotta do. Let's go! It's AJ Ellis!
Keep it going for your host, Corey, giving up my skin care, self-care routine. Hi, everybody. I'm AJ Ellis, and I like to think I'm the smartest guy in the room, so it's pretty upsetting when I'm constantly proving that that's not true. Like, for instance, I don't understand why there's a sign in my neighborhood that says deaf child area. Sure, keep kids safe, right? But I've never had a kid run out in front of my car and thought to myself, fuck it, I beeped. That doesn't make sense. We used to call them tennis shoes. I don't understand this either. And now everyone calls them sneakers. And I get it, because it's more of kind of like a functional name of what they do, and not everybody plays tennis, of course, right? Well, not everyone does yoga, but we're still calling them yoga pants. I'm wondering when we're going to switch to a more functional name like camel socks. Farms like to advertise cage-free eggs. Right? Every farm, and nobody seems to call them on that bullshit, and I don't get it. They're just eggs. How are they going to escape? That was a new one. So I'm super glad to be here. It's my second time here. I actually didn't tell Corey this. I'm going to admit it now on stage. I almost didn't make it because about a week and a half ago I had some unplanned surgery. Yeah, got the old appendix cut out. And the reason why I'm telling you that is because I might appear a little shaky up here tonight. You can barely see the track marks that are still there, but they were IVs. And I also have pretty bad allergies, so every once in a while those might be hitting me too. I just didn't want our owner to think that a crackhead snuck on stage and stole my headlining spot, okay? So with that, I want to ask for maybe a little help with the energy every once in a while. So I want to see if you guys will do this for me. When I raise my hand like this, I would love it if you guys could all say absolutely, right? So let's test it real quick. Ready? Are you guys having a great time so far tonight? Absolutely. You guys are pros. I knew you were going to nail that. That's awesome. So I would like you to raise your hand if you were like me and raised to believe that by the year 2026, we would all have flying cars. Anyone remember being told that bullshit? So that we could pilot them maybe to a sex toy shop called Toys F Us. Anyone else? Anyone else? No, not anybody else. Well, just me and my grandpa then, I guess. But thank you for contributing, sir. That's awesome. And am I the asshole?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Because I just assumed that the airline with the least amount of legroom would be Virgin Airlines. I was afraid it was going to be a little too snug up in that fuselage, but maybe it wasn't because I'm Irish. I'm not sure. So I am currently now self-employed and full-time. Yeah, don't get too excited though, because that just means I'm up to 40 hours a week of giving myself a hand job. Looking to outsource some of those hours too. But yeah, I love being a stand-up comic most of the time. Not exactly the best during tax time because I do our taxes, which means I get to enter in my wife's W-2, right? And then for my income, I get to write in the word allowance. So that stings a little bit, I have to admit. But I also work as a writer, and I recently got hired by Dick's Sporting Goods. Yeah. They needed a slogan, so I came up with Dick's, grab some balls after you come inside. And so I recently got fired by Dick's Sporting Goods. But am I out of my mind?
Absolutely.
We're not going to do too many more of those, I promise, guys. Am I out of my mind because I just assumed that over there at Dick's they would eagerly accept gift cards from BJ's? Get that. my wife and I are also trying to diversify our revenue stream. Right? So we are working on developing an app together. And it's just like Uber Eats, except for prostitutes. Oh, I saw your eyes light up, dude. We'll talk beta testing later. Okay. But she wants to call it Whoredash. Right. Thank you. I think a much better name, to-go boxes. We're in a restaurant. I think you guys would roll with that one for sure. But maybe things are looking up for me because yesterday I just had my final interview for Mafia Henchmen. And on my way out the door, my wife said, "Break a leg, honey." She never listens. That was the second round interview. Hey-o! My wife and I are currently fighting with both sets of our parents simultaneously. Fun. Because they have separately told us that it's literally a crime that we don't want kids. Literally a crime. Look, we've just searched our souls and decided that kid-free has to be the best path for us. Now we just have to break it to our 3 kids. Apparently, child abandonment is a crime. Who knew, right? Oh my goodness. Oh man. You know, when my wife told me that she was pregnant for the 3rd time, I tried to get a vasectomy that day. Not a procedure offered at urgent care. Did anyone else know that? I had to learn that one the hard way. Yep. By the way, any fellow Snip Van Dinkles in the house? Just me? All right, ladies, remember that one of these is not like the other. I need somewhere to sleep tonight because I live 2 hours away. I'm just kidding. Yeah, but I got that done. I did it. Mission accomplished. I called in a surgical strike, and we cut off the enemy supply lines. Right? And now, I have absolutely nothing to worry about. Should I come in her? Each and every year. That's a no sex marriage joke for you. Okay. But yeah, that was a fun thing that we did and don't do anymore. Let me just check one thing real quick. So it's funny I talk about, and nobody laughed at it because I guess you guys can see right through me, because funny enough, and let's keep this between us, I can tell she wants to fuck tonight. Yeah. It's very clear from the filthy text that I can't get her to stop sending me. From her girls' trip in Nashville. Yeah, she's in Tennessee enlisting volunteers. Yeah, but fuck her. I mean, I won't, but maybe a honky-tonk cowboy will get to saddle up tonight. Speaking of cowboys, my wife is so horny that she thinks the term dude ranch is just a fun name for jizz. That one always takes a minute. Thank you guys so much. But hey, at least she gave me 2 beautiful kids. And for anyone paying attention, one ugly one, okay? But she's got a beautiful personality. Is that all right, ma'am? I'm kidding. Of course I am kidding. She's an asshole, too. But you know what? My wife and my kids deserve better. That's for sure. You know, it's God's miracle how much I love my kids. Because if I'm being honest with you, I fucking hate kids. Anybody else? Do you know how much it sucks to spend all this money to go out to a restaurant for a family of 5 and have one of your kids throw up on the table? It gets worse. Imagine that restaurant is Benihana. Yeah, it's the worst. But they're all right. I'm just going to keep saying, every time I feel awkward about how horrible of a father is, I'm just going to say, hey, they deserve better, they deserve better. You know, they also say that when you have multiple kids, you shouldn't have a favorite. No, yeah. Or at very least, it should be one of yours. But to be fair, there's this kid down the street named Adam, and he plays guitar and quarterback. It's incredible. I mean, he's not the best at texting a brother back, but other than that, fantastic, fantastic child, and I love him. It's crazy that we have 3 kids. It's absolutely insane because we always planned on 2. She's trying to gaslight me on this, but I remember we planned on 2, and it was a wonderful plan. I loved this plan. Let me help you with a quick recap so you can see it from my POV. We were gonna have a kid, right? And then like 2 or 3 years were gonna go by, and then we were gonna try to have sex again. And then we were gonna pop out one more kid, and then my favorite part of the plan, we were gonna stop. And I don't know what happened. I missed the stop sign. I blew right through it. I T-boned her uterus in my yogurt wagon. And here we are, outnumbered, forced to run a zone defense. But it reminds me of that old saying. Guys, tell me if you ever heard this saying before. Man makes plans, and God doesn't exist. You guys want to hear a quick joke book style joke on the subject of religion? Why did the priest go to the dry cleaners? To get the altar boy out of his pants. All right, too far. I know, it's too far. But, you know, if they weren't full of shit, wouldn't the sign on the fence around the churchyard say trespassers will be forgiven? And I know it's just the trauma talking. I'm coming a little too hard at religion, but I was raised Catholic. And having been an altar boy is a lot like being a veteran of our military. Not all of us saw action, but those who did were never the same. Catholic priests actually remind me of that classic Disney movie Pinocchio. You guys remember that one?
Yeah.
Right? Where the lonely old man wishes for his own little boy instead of, I don't know, a wife? Quick question. Is Geppetto short for Geppettophile? Yeah, we're gonna move on from this very touchy subject. Touchy, get it? Ha 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 ha. That's the first time I've ever said those words in that order out loud before. But yeah. Sorry, I'm super shaky. I was just able to start eating food like 36 hours ago. So. But in addition to my surgery recently, I actually was able to drop a bunch of weight leading up to it. I dropped like 45 pounds. Yeah, and don't clap, and you weren't going to, so we're good there, right? And I'm kidding, because I don't want anyone to clap because it was easy. All I had to do was one simple thing. Turns out all you have to do is get diabetes. Yeah. Piece of cake that I'm no longer allowed to have. No. And you know, navigating the sugar-free lifestyle is not easy. It kind of sucks. We're talking about cake. Sugar-free cake basically does not exist. Sugar-free ice cream is absolutely horrible. However, sugar-free pie, that's pussy, baby! It is sugar-free and gluten-free. As long as she doesn't have a yeast infection. Oh, that's gross. Oh no, somebody left her pie cooling on the windowsill too long. It's not my fault. No, that's dead. But I did stumble across a weight loss hack I would love to share with you guys. Did you know that if every time you want to have ice cream, instead you have a little tub of zero sugar Greek yogurt, and you stick with it? Yeah, maybe next time the crossbeam won't snap when I go to hang myself. And I'm almost at my goal weight, so fingers crossed, okay? But all the things I miss the most. I miss Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, that's definitely my favorite candy. I miss Cherry Garcia, that's definitely my favorite ice cream flavor. And I miss chocolate cream pies. Definitely my favorite Pornhub category. Because I have a type, and it is black ladies. And it's okay, guys. It's okay for me to say that. Don't pucker up too hard. Because my girl, the love of my life, for better or worse, is a strong, beautiful black woman. Yeah, thank you. And my wife fucking hates her. So I guess my wife might be racist. You think you know somebody, huh? Oh my goodness. My wife, so I stopped at a bar on the way here. Do you guys know Rhinecliff? Anybody? It doesn't matter. Why would I even ask a question that has no significance to the rest of what I'm about to say? But I heard this guy bragging at the bar And look, I don't ever want to go through dating again. I can't believe people even have to do that. It's a nightmare for sure. But I heard a guy bragging at the bar about his 7-inch cock. And the lady did seem about as impressed as I was, because I'm not impressed at all. Because you know what? Back in the day, before things went a little south between us, my wife regularly got to enjoy 7 inches. Whenever she forced us to have a devil's threesome. You know, that's 7 inches cumulatively for the mathletes in the room. You know, that guy actually one time the boyfriend had the audacity to say to me, "Did you know that the crossbar in the Eiffel Tower doesn't necessarily have to be the girl?" Handsome. I'm sorry, smalls don't get down like that. I think about it once a week. Sorry, shaky guy needs to drink alcohol because that's going to help, I think. I think that's what's going wrong here. Vodka soda, no sugar, that's fine. I did not let my health issues get in the way of my alcoholism, but thank you for your concern, ma'am. I really do appreciate that. I think he might have known to say that to me because my wife told him that I had been watching some gay porn. It was to settle a bet. If there's anything wrong with that, but it was to settle a bet. And the bet was, who typically comes first? The top or the bottom? So I tried to get some research done. And I couldn't do it. Guys, I'm so sorry. I just could not get through it. So I just had to assume that the one who comes first is me. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't really have a lot of success with straight porn either, though. Because I always have intrusive thoughts like, I'm starting to wonder if that's really his stepmom. Actually, my least favorite part of any porn is when a guy's getting a blowjob. And I think it's because I can't relate. Because my wife has never given me a blowjob. Stunned silence, correct reaction. You guys are a fantastic audience. Keep it up all night. You've been great. Can you guys believe that?
No.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, you're my new best friend, so thank you for saying no. But take it easy on her, okay, guys? Because it's not her fault. It's my fault, all right? Because when we were dating, she got a doctor's note that said she had a severe nut allergy. And I was too stupid to WebMD that. But now that we've reached our 40s, middle-aged, loose love swingers era, when we go to an orgy, I make her sit in the corner at that little nut-free table. You know, and that's backfiring too. She's got more lady friends than ever and a brutal case of mercury poisoning. She said she loved eating out with the girls. I thought she meant brunch. Little did I know that when she said she loved taking bottomless mimosas to the face, she meant squirting girls wearing only shirts. But God bless her, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I just wish I could get involved at some point. But that's creepy, and we're going to move on from that thought. But you know what? How much time do I have? Okay, fine. It's going fast, guys. I'm having too much fun. I had to check with the boss man. But you know what? I'm never getting divorced because I am breaking the cycle, right? Because when my parents got divorced, way back in what my kids like to call the late 1900s, because my kids are dicks, and for sale, by the way. Special if we close the deal today, buy both girls, get the boy for free, so we can talk after. But things were very, very different back then. Because as a 7-year-old, I was expected to appear in front of a courtroom full of adults, including both of my parents, and testify as to which one I was going to live with. Stunned silence again, 2 for 2. You guys are killing this. It's awesome. And even at 7 years old, I knew it was fucked up. I was freaking out. I'm pacing up and down the halls of the courthouse. I am absolutely crushing candy cigarettes. Took a couple of Capri Suns to the dome, and I built up the courage, and I did it. I took the stand. And when I got up there, a wave of panic washed over me and compelled me to blurt out, "Daddy! I want to live with Daddy!" Which compelled him to blurt out, "Oh, fuck!" But I gotta tell you, I didn't hear that anyway. Because the second I chose my dad, I locked eyes with my mother across the courtroom. My poor mother. You could see the wind go right out of her sails. And the courtroom was dead silent. So I heard exactly what she said. She put her head in her hands, exhaled deeply, and muttered, "Oh, thank God." And then she popped a bottle of champagne like she just won the goddamn World Series and sprayed it all over herself like she was in a fucking wet t-shirt contest. A contest she came to win because then she flashed both titties to the judge who was like, "Objection overruled and erection sustained." Then she spit on her paw and started giving her lawyer a handy. Psych, but she did run up and honk the bailiff by the balls, honk honk, give me the old up high, down low, too slow, double peace signs, and yelled, "Later, brah," before cartwheeling out of the courtroom like, "Woo, woo, 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 woo!" And some say she's still out there topless and cartwheeling. I hope we meet again someday, guys. Thank you. I'm closing up a little earlier than I thought, Corey, but I did almost forget with all the excitement of that bit. Cheaper than therapy. I wanted to dedicate this set to my uncle because my uncle's really going through it. So I'm sorry if the laugh times are over, but I have to say this out because he deserves it. My uncle, he basically misjudged a ramp in his wheelchair last week. That's not the funny part, but this is the funny part. He basically kind of skateboard grinded down the side of it, right? And now, the entire family can see the pain in his eyes when we call him Tony Hawking. It's been a great time being here, guys. Thank you so much. I'm AJ.
All right, that was Julien's Comedy 12. Funniest part about the night was these boomers over here called up for a reservation. We told them there was going to be a comedy show. They said, "Don't worry, we love to laugh." And then they proceeded to hate it and really kind of set the energy off. But I feel like we landed this plane as a group. I want to thank everyone for coming. Tell your friends. We're going to have Julien's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's not going to stop. It's going to keep happening every other Saturday. Thanks for coming.